We're live. Oh, Mark Lowry's on live right now?
On his live.
Oh, man, if I'd have known, I wouldn't have gone live. Well, too late. It's dinner time. So we're going to do chicken fried rice with garlic. But the interesting thing is that I don't have garlic with me right now. Carden is out. And he was at the store getting garlic, but we're not sure how much longer he's going to be. But I found this in the refrigerator. Better than bouillon roasted garlic base.
So is that garlic?
So this is not garlic. No, this is a roasted garlic base. It smells very garlicky. Now, the only thing with this is that it has a lot of salt in it. So I'm going to really cut back. I normally salt everything. I'm going to kind of really lay back on the salt. So before I get started, I neglected to get my chicken out of the refrigerator. And I prepped some chicken before, and I told my subscribers before, a little while ago, while I was prepping the chicken. This is a chicken breast that I've thinly sliced with the grain, and then I turned it sideways and sliced against the grain. So you get these nice little pieces. And that's cornstarch, a little bit of baking soda, some sesame oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some soy sauce. And then I just toss that together and let that marinate, okay? This is called velveting. And velveted chicken is in my third cookbook. I tell you how to do it. Sometimes you can put some chicken base in there. The dry chicken bouillon powder works great in that. But what velveting does, long story short, when you cook a protein, it tends to seize up. That's why a hamburger patty, you put it on the grill, on the skillet, it starts going inward like that. It's because the muscle fibers are getting tense. They're contracting. So what velveting does, it relaxes those muscle fibers so that the chicken doesn't seize it when you cook it. It stays relaxed so that it makes it very, very silky, very velvety. So that's, I guess, where the name comes from. But that's why when you get Chinese takeout, it's so good. That chicken is so soft. That's what they do. So you can do that with chicken, beef, or pork. But I will talk more about that if anyone has questions about that. So I also have some homemade yum yum sauce. Yeah, yum yum. And that's going to be in the next cookbook. I will post the recipe to this after I cook tonight. But this is so much better than anything you can get in the store by far. It is so, so good. I'm looking at a couple of comments before I get started. I'm getting my little electric nonstick wok going. Let me look right here before we go, because this is going to go very quickly, y'all. Kim said she was over on Mark's but came over here. I will watch this. Kim, thank you. Thank you. All right. I've got a tablespoon and a half of salted butter. I'm going to add just a touch of vegetable oil. I have this on, this is an electric wok. I have it on 10. It goes to 14, actually to 15. I'm going to put just a little bit, about a teaspoon of that vegetable oil. That's going to raise that smoke point of that butter so that it won't burn. Then I'm going to get, this is 8 beaten eggs because there's a lot of us in this house. I'm going to pour that in there.
We don't have Levi.
We don't have what?
Levi.
Oh, we don't have Levi, so this food's going to go a lot farther. Oh, I love Levi so much. But Allie, he eats a lot of food. All right. Again, I'm going to go kind of light on the salt, but here's this little salt. I actually linked this on my Amazon store thing. So I'm going to put just a little salt. And then I'm going to do a little bit of freshly ground cracked pepper. I think freshly cracked pepper is so much better than the stuff you get in the can. I've used the stuff in the can plenty of times. It's fine. But this is way better. So I'm going to do a really quick scramble of this. You don't want huge curds. I hate that word, curds. But that's what they are.
Curds and whey?
You don't want, yeah, like curds and whey. You don't want huge curds of egg because it's harder to break up. So I'm going to I'm just going to scramble these in here. Let me turn this up to about 12. I also have a link on the Amazon store of a very similar skillet to this. I don't think they sell this one anymore, but this Breville thing is so great for, obviously, fried rice, any type of stir fries. It's really great. I also have a wok. It's a hex-clad wok that actually heats over a burner. So I could have done that, but I think this is a little easier to use for this. I've got this bowl here that I had the raw egg in. I'm going to put this partially cooked egg back in here because we're going to add the egg back to the rice. So it's going to finish cooking. So I'm not worried about putting it back into a bowl that had raw egg in it. That's totally fine. That's one less thing I have to wash. Actually, they have to wash. Because I'm not doing the dishes. I cooked.
Yes, sir.
We're getting a little stickage because this is a very old non-stick skillet. Very old. But the non-stick coating is still intact. It's just not quite as effective as it used to be. I got my little silicone spatula so I don't do any damage to the non-stick surface. Put as little or as much egg as you want in yours. We like a lot. I'm going to kind of rake this. I'm going to try not to make a mess. How many of you want to bet I don't get any on the counter? Anyone?
I don't think you'll get anyone.
You don't think I'm going to get any on the counter?
No.
We're about to find out. Okay, I'm not going to count the little crusties that I got there. 0.
Yeah, see?
0. Gosh, I just impress myself every day. I really don't. Okay, I've got a little crusted on egg right here. I don't want this. This is not good. So I'm going to scrape this over to the side into my hand, and this is hot. As I'm finding out, this is hot. Yeah, that kind of hurts. Into the sink. I've got a little, this is so funny. Once you have kids, once we started buying wet wipes as parents, when you have babies, you never stop buying them. At least we don't, because they're so great to have in the kitchen just to clean up. I had all that egg that just fell on the counter, and guess what? It's gone now. I did have a little liquid egg on the bottom of this. A lot of this bowl. You're going to see how easy this is and how quickly it comes together. And this is a very cheap, very affordable meal. I'm going to crank this up till about 13. I see some smoke on there. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a little vegetable oil. I'm not going to do butter this time. That's about a tablespoon and a half.
Oh, it already smells good.
Of just regular vegetable oil. Yeah, that's just the egg. Egg, salt, and pepper. That's it. And a little butter. So I'm going to get this oil spread around here. I coat that pan. I'm going to get some non-stick, some silicone tongs. And I have another pair right here. Since I'm doing raw, I'm going to do red. Okay? You want this to sear. Exactly. That's exactly the sound you want. That means it's hot enough. And we're going to reuse this bowl because again, once we cook this chicken, we're going to put it back in here and we're going to add it back to the rice and it's going to finish cooking. So, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it in the egg bowl. So you want to spread this around. And there's a lot of us, so I did a lot of chicken. You can do as little or as much. You can do ground pork. You can do ground chicken. You can do turkey. You can do ground beef. That'd be great. But what I'm wanting, I'm putting this on high sear right now because what I want is to get a really good sear and crust because this chicken has some cornstarch on it as well. So cornstarch, the baking soda. But for all this chicken, I did a half a teaspoon of baking soda. That's it. And I did about a quarter cup of cornstarch. And the cornstarch is going to give it a real crispy exterior. So I'm going to wait just a minute. I'm trying to spread this as much as I can around the sides of this wok. That's why I like a wok because the heat goes up the sides more than a regular skillet. If you don't have a wok, a skillet works great for this. You can do a griddle. You can do it outside on your Blackstone. That works great too. Any questions, y'all, please post those, and I will get to them as quick as possible. Wendy said she did the same thing. She left Mark to come to me. Mark, I'm sorry. I love you. Don't you love Mark Lowry? He's always been so good to me. Oh, I can't wait to flip this. This is so pretty. So pretty. We're about to flip. Any questions? No questions? All right, watch this. Look at that color. Holy moly. Holy moly. Can you see the color on your screen, babe?
Yes.
Oh, it's so crispy. But that's what that cornstarch does. Instead of just putting raw chicken in here with nothing on it, it'd be fine. But look at this. I've got to pick this up and show you. Well, here, I'm just going to get a piece of this chicken. But what I want to do is kind of break this up.
Did your mom get power yet?
My mom has power. Thank you for asking. She got power at 8 o'clock this morning. She tried to come over here, but there's still so many trees down on the way here that she still cannot make it. Isn't that crazy? Look at this. Look at the color on that chicken because of that cornstarch.
That's how people have already worked out with veggie and ladies.
You worked out so you can have fried rice.
Yeah.
I love it. And what I'm going to do right here with the chicken, I have some fresh grated ginger. I'm going to put that in there.
Somebody said go get her. Tell them we tried.
Oh, I'm sorry?
Somebody said go get your mom.
Go get my mom. We tried to get her, but she wants to stay at her house. So what are you going to do? I'm not going to argue with my mama. Now, we do not have garlic. No problem. I'm going to toss this. This is getting a touch dry, so I'm going to add a little bit of butter to this because I want this ginger to cool down immediately because I don't want it to scorch. So I'm going to kind of get this butter right here in the middle. And since we don't have garlic, we do have Better Than Bouillon garlic base. So if you have fresh garlic, I highly, highly recommend that. I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons of this roasted garlic base because I want some garlic flavor in this. And I pretty much have wiped out the remainder of that, so that's perfect. All right. Look at this right here. I'm going to finish stir frying this garlic with the chicken.
What did you put on the chicken besides cornstarch?
The chicken has cornstarch, soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of salt, pepper, did I say baking soda? That's it. Oh, and a little bit of water and soy sauce. I might have said things several times over, but I will write in the description, in the comments after this, what I did for the chicken. You don't have to do that, but I'm telling you, it makes it so much better. I can smell that garlic and that ginger. Holy cow, that smells so good. I have white rice over here that I cooked earlier today that I let completely cool. So the trick with fried rice is to have room temperature at least to cold rice. So if you have day-old rice, that's the perfect rice. Do not use hot, fresh, or even warm rice with this. Warm rice, do not do that. Because what happens?
She said she can't see the rice because of comments, but tell her if you tap the screen, the comments will go away.
Yeah, I think if you tap the screen, the comments will go away. I think there's a little drop-down arrow that you can press on the screen, and it will make the comments go away. So I have my chicken right here, and my egg. And the great thing about velveting is this. I velveted that chicken. If you overcook this chicken, it's still going to be tender. It's crazy how it works. It's just, I think it's just the kind of the chemistry of how the baking soda affects the protein. It's amazing how tender. Again, you can do pork, you can do beef, whatever you want to do. Or you can just do a vegetarian. You can do tofu. You can do impossible meat with this. Or you can just do a really great veggie fried rice. I think that's wonderful. Let me get all this off of here. And now I'm going to get rid of these tongs because this chicken is pretty much cooked. But these still have raw chicken on them. So I'm going to put those in the sink. Along with that spoon, throw away my better than bouillon garlic because I finished that. Now, in this pot, what I'm going to do before I put anything in here, I'm going to get a paper towel and wipe this out because I don't want stuff to burn.
Two things. Kim Hawthorne said since you use cornstarch instead of flour, do you think this would be considered gluten-free?
This is gluten-free if you can't use soy sauce because soy sauce has gluten. So you can use, what is that called? You can use, I think liquid aminos, I think is what you can use instead of soy sauce. There's something else. It is a soy sauce, maybe tamari is what it's called. Tamari. You can do tamari, I think is what it's called. But it's basically a gluten-free soy sauce. So if you use a gluten-free soy sauce, cornstarch, this is completely gluten-free. So it's very friendly to those that have celiac or just can't handle gluten at all. So I'm going to put in, I turn the heat down to about 8. That's still quite hot as you can see. And I'm going to put a few tablespoons of butter in this because I didn't say this was healthy. You can do brown rice with this as well if you want to do that. I put about 2 tablespoons of oil. That's all the oil I'm going to add. We will end up putting some yum yum sauce that I made in here. I'm going to stir that. I have a lot of rice, so I'll put a lot of fat in here. The less rice, obviously, the less fat you're going to use. But you do need fat in here to fry that rice. So I have lots of white rice that I prepared earlier. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get all of this in here. But again, we're going to find out. This is live and this could go badly. I oiled this sheet pan so the rice comes right off. I've also lined this before with saran wrap if I was feeling really lazy and didn't want to clean up the pan afterward. This is completely cooled white rice, long grain. You can use short grain, medium grain. Jasmine rice works pretty well. I think just a standard white rice works the best with this, but you use whatever you want to do. Now, if you want to put vegetables in this, which I love to do, finely mince out some carrot, some onion, and what you want to do is right after the egg is when I would add all that, and I would add it with the garlic and kind of cook that all together, and then add the chicken. I like to do this outdoors on my griddle. It comes together way quicker, and you can put everything out on the griddle at once. But we're indoors because it is. What's the temperature outside right now?
Probably over 20.
So we are.
Mid-20.
It's 28 out, so it is below freezing, and I don't want to be outside in the freezing cold.
Have you ever used bean sprouts with it?
I never have because my family doesn't eat that. I like bean sprouts. I like bean sprouts a lot. I think chopped up water chestnuts would be killer in this. Give you great texture.
Ground chicken, I think is what they
I did not use ground chicken. I got chicken breast that I cut with the grain. So basically, I cut the chicken. Typically, if you have a chicken breast, this is the top of the chicken breast, and this is the skinny part in the bottom. The grain is typically goes this way. So I cut strip, big strip, big strip, big strip. So I made about 4 or 5 big strips of chicken out of one breast. Then I turn it sideways and thinly sliced it against the grain, and that makes it even more tender. You don't have to do that, but it does make it more tender. I'm turning this to a medium-high heat, and all I'm doing, this is way more difficult because I have a lot of rice in here, but I just want to coat the rice in that oil and butter. And you can hear it's already starting to sizzle. Now this egg and chicken right here that I did earlier, I'm going to fold this in the last couple minutes. And any chicken that hasn't cooked, it looks pretty much cooked all the way through, but any chicken that hasn't cooked will continue to cook, and it will be fully cooked. But I think it already is fully cooked. But again, that's why I velveted it. I don't have to worry about overcooking it. It's going to be tender regardless.
I think the garlic was that
Carden just got home with the garlic, but guess what? It's too late.
Beatrice needs to hear because she didn't hear why the rice needs to be cool or cold.
Beatrice, if you use warm rice or hot rice, it's going to be super mushy. It'll still taste okay, but the texture will not be good because it's already in the process of cooking. It's still kind of cooking when it's hot like that. And if you introduce all this liquid, it's going to soak that up and it's going to become oversaturated and it's going to be way, way too waterlogged. Hey, Carden. So look, this rice is not hot yet. Any kind of clumps, you can put your hand in there. My hands are very clean. I wash them constantly. You can kind of... Thank you. Can you unwrap that, please, for me? Since Carden is here, I might do a little bit of fresh garlic in here. Carden, can you say hey?
Hello, everyone. Ooh, that chicken.
That chicken look good?
It does look great.
Can you tell everyone what type of chicken that is? The technique I use? You probably don't know what that is.
It's technique. Sir.
Say velveted.
I think it's velvety.
Yeah, it's velveted. Yeah, it's awesome.
not sure.
All right, he's not sure. Okay,
All right,
so what I'm
this-
doing, any kind of clumps of rice like this, I'm breaking it with my hands. It is definitely getting hotter as I go through here, but you don't want any really big clumps of rice. When I add the soy sauce in a minute, and the Japanese, I add a little bit of Japanese barbecue sauce in here.
I don't know how to do this.
It's okay, you're good. You're learning right now. So what you want to do, break off one of those bulbs, or cloves.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what I want you to do, get this, show people. Now, hold this right here.
Garlic.
All right. Hold this in your hand. Hold that in your left hand. Hold the garlic in your right hand. Okay, Carden, before you do it, you got to peel the garlic. You don't want the skin on there.
Okay.
So, we do want some fresh garlic in this because this is garlic fried rice.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, so once you get the skin off, hey, babe, let me see. Here, let me do this real quick.
Okay, it's like this.
So, Carden, can you show people how you hold the microplane?
How you hold the microphone? You hold it over.
You hold over. That's way too small of a piece. My hands are wet, and this is not working. All right, let me get another one. Oh, this is a good one.
Okay, so what do I do with this?
I'll just put it down.
Ah.
See, this is live. This is live. Anything could happen. Once we get this garlic grated in here, it's going to come together super quickly. I'm going to add the soy sauce. I'm going to add sesame seeds. And look, you see it again. Umami seasoning.
Umami, what does that do?
It gives it umami.
Oh, what is umami?
It's kind of a savory flavor. That's why if you have a really great steak,
Oh, is that what you put in the...
that's what steak naturally has. It's called monosodium glutamate is what it has.
Oh.
That actually does not have MSG in it. It's a natural. So here you go. Hold this.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll let you do that. Grate that from the top and just back and forth. But you got to kind of, yeah. When you get toward the end, slow down because you don't want to grate your thumb. I've done that before.
Oh, oof.
Yeah. We don't want grated thumb in this. This is not a thumb fried rice.
Yeah.
Keep going. Good. Kind of even pressure because you're getting kind of uneven right there. There you go.
Shannon said he's your twin.
My twin?
You're Wes's twin, Daddy's twin.
What's up, twin?
No, we're twins.
We're twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I'm starting to add some soy sauce to this.
I'm scared I'm going to get my thumb off. Okay, this is kind of
I don't know how my soy sauce that was. That was probably a quarter cup. Here you go. Thank you, Ben.
Oh yeah, you're probably better at it than me. Oh, that's really close.
Here, babe. Put that over there for me, please. Yeah, because I already done roasted garlic base that I had. Y'all smell that garlic as soon as it hits that pot. I mean the skillet. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. That makes all the difference right there in the flavor.
Throw the rest of the head away.
No. I'm gonna keep that for later. I'm gonna do a like a basil lemon chicken later. Maybe what's tonight? Tuesday? Maybe Thursday night or Friday night. It's not fully cooked. No, you cannot.
With microwavable rice, like 90-second ice works for cold days.
Microwavable rice would work as long as it's cooled down. Yes. I use this rice cooker. I hadn't put it back up yet, but this is an aroma rice cooker. This was like $33 on Amazon. It's a basic. It has one button. There's no fancy digital stuff. It makes perfect rice every single time. I think I did put that on the Amazon store today. So any type of questions you have about the can opener, all that, there's a link in my bio on this page. And all the stuff, I think there's over 30 things I put on there of things that I use all the time in the kitchen. Okay, look at this. This is getting really good color. Y'all, just that little bit of garlic we added is making all the difference in the world. Oh my gosh. And then the ginger, the freshly grated ginger that's in with that chicken. And that smells great. Smells great. It has a very garlicky smell to it. Now, this is pretty well combined. So what I'm going to do is kind of smooth that out. Put this over here. Now, sesame seeds.
Was it jasmine?
I just did regular long grain white rice. Jasmine will work, but I think a regular long grain white rice works better. But jasmine works great. Works great.
Charity wants to know if we're going to the Grammys.
We're not going to the Grammys. Too expensive.
I feel like we've been there, done that.
Yeah, and honestly, Hollywood just feels so just kind of ugh when you're there. It was a great experience though when we went a couple years ago. This is homemade yum yum sauce. If my boys were here, they would be laughing right now at that noise. My oldest is laughing. He thinks it's funny.
Linda Cooper wants to know if you make veggies to have on the side or just,
I don't do veggies on the side just because my family, they're not big. Unless I do like broccoli, roasted broccoli or roasted cauliflower. They love that. But typically I don't do it with this. So this is my yum yum sauce. I will post the recipe. This is going to go in my new cookbook. I don't know when it's coming out. This is about, overall, a quarter cup of that. The rest of this will be demolished tonight on the rice. Yum yum sauce, a little bit of soy sauce. Now what I want to do is, I've added a little bit of toasted sesame oil. You can leave that out. That's totally optional. I'm going to do, since I did that garlic base in that, this is a reduced sodium soy sauce. I'm going to pour that around where you get that soy sauce flavor, but it's not nearly as salty as regular soy sauce. This is called Japanese soy sauce. You can get this anywhere.
what is yum yum?
Yum yum sauce is a combination of lots of things. It's what any Japanese place you go to, that's what they put on most of them put on the fried rice. It's a combination of mayo, ketchup, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, rice wine vinegar, I think a little bit of soy sauce. It's just an amazing, amazing flavor. So now, I'm about to add the chicken and the egg to this. Oh my word, that smells so good. And I'm going to taste this soon. And if it needs just a little more seasoning, that's when I will do it. I don't want to add too much seasoning. I've already added a lot. But I'm gently kind of folding this over on itself because I don't have a ton of room in here. And I don't want to make a huge mess. I've got this on about 12 heat. So this is like a medium-high heat. Again, a skillet will work great for this. If you have a non-stick griddle, a smaller portion of this will work really well. Okay, this is looking really good. But as I'm stirring this around, I'm seeing some smaller pieces of kind of clumps of white rice. So I'm kind of breaking those up. And it's okay to have some of those little clumps in there. That's totally fine. But you don't want any huge clumps of white rice. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Do y'all smell that? Oh my goodness, that smells good. And you see how the rice is all sticking together? I mean, it's not dissolving. They're maintaining their shape, the grains of rice, because I use cool down, slightly dried out rice, which starts to absorb the butter, the oil, the soy sauce, and it kind of rehydrates it. So if you use freshly cooked rice, it's already hydrated. It's going to continue to hydrate to where it just kind of explodes and it's just mush. So that's what happens if you have mushy rice. It just has way too much moisture.
How many will that serve?
This is a ton. This will serve, how many of us are there? There's 7. So this would serve, I would think, 14 to 15 people if they got just kind of standard sized bowls of it. It just depends on who's eating it. But this will be great because if the boys go back to school Friday, I doubt they will, but if they go back to school Friday, they will take this for their lunch. Y'all, there's so much rice, there's so much chicken and egg in here. It's a miracle I've not gotten this all over the counter. I was going to use these tongs, but guess what? I don't need them. One less thing we have to wash. Toward the end, we're going to season this, or taste it first, and then we're going to season it if it needs a little more. But as you can see, this is really getting close. I turn this up to high sear because I want to get this slightly crispy, and make sure that the egg, all the chicken is really incorporated all throughout. I'm going to do a little more sesame seeds. Open it the wrong end, sorry. This. Perfect. And one more toss. You can eyeball this. If it starts looking like it's too dry, add a little more oil. You can use avocado oil. Andrea is allergic to avocado, so I don't do that. If she were not, I would use avocado oil. It's healthy. You can use a virgin olive oil with this because it has no flavor and it has a much higher smoke point. You can use canola. You can use vegetable oil. Just something with a higher smoke point. You don't want extra virgin olive oil. Obviously, the butter is great with the oil because it keeps the butter from burning, but you also get the flavor from the oil. I'm going to put, just because, I'm going to put about a tablespoon more of butter. These are, I cut a tablespoon into thirds. This is 1/3, 2/3 whole. And from the look of this, I think it needs another small hit of soy sauce, and we're going to be ready.
How do you plan your meals, day by day or by the week?
If Andrea really pushes me, I can get almost a week of meals planned.
JJ's watching.
Huh?
JJ.
Oh, hey, JJ. That's my sister-in-law, Andrea's brother's wife. We love JJ. This is one of JJ's favorite meals that I make. She loves my fried rice, and she loves my homemade ginger dressing that's in the first cookbook. A salad with that ginger dressing. Honestly, this fried rice with that ginger dressing, so good. All right, y'all, this is pretty much ready. I'm going to take a little bite, and then I'm going to taste for seasoning to see what it needs. Can you see, where is that? Where's my spoon? Okay, let me get another spoon.
I want to know if all the boys are taller than you.
If all the boys what?
Are taller than you.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay. No, I think all my boys, I think Suddy, see that chicken is just crispy. When we velveted it, it gives it that crispy texture. And even though it's really cooked, it's still going to be tender. Yeah, I think all my boys are taller than me now. I'm going to try this, just a little bite. I'm going to do a little bit of the chicken too, because that had the garlic with it. Yeah. Okay, it needs no more salt. I think the salt level is perfect. It's not too salty. I think what I want is a little more of this. I'm going to do just a tiny bit more of this yum yum sauce and fold it together. The yum yum sauce has a tiny bit of sweetness to it. And I think it brings balance to this because you have all that soy sauce, all that savory. And I think most really good food is about balance, good textures. And I think the balance of flavor is very important. So you've got the salty, the savory, and then you've got just a little bit of the sweetness from the yum yum in there.
Trisha wants to know if the umami has a mushroom flavor.
It does not taste like mushrooms at all. My boys hate mushrooms. This does not. It's made of ground up mushrooms, but it does not taste of mushrooms. Okay, I want to show you this right here. This is beautiful. I don't want to cross-contaminate, so I'm going to get you another spoon. Look at this. You want little pieces of that to where you see that rice is crispy? You want little pieces of that in there. That's what that high heat's going to do, but just watch it. You don't want to burn it. But this fried rice is ready. So I'm going to kill the heat. Put it out in the sink. One last little toss. I wish you could smell this. And that piece of chicken that I just had, that I just tried with the rice, was so tender. That velveting works every time. And again, you can do that with pork, you can do it with beef. It really tenderizes it, and that cornstarch gives it a little crust. So, we are done. Okay, kids, come get your bowls. Are we going to do glass bowls or are we going to do paper bowls? Let's do this. You know what? This is Facebook Live. I'm going to ignore my wife and I'm going to do glass bowls. Okay, yeah. Good call. So, this will be Andrea's. So, let me put that in the bowl. She doesn't eat a ton. So this is a little under a cup of rice. Would you want about a cup, babe?
Whatever you think.
Okay. So, there's the fried rice. Let me do this really quickly. Put the bowl right here. Can everyone see that? I'm going to do this. Just a little drizzle on top of there. And there it is. All done. Easy. It took a little time, but super, super easy and very, very customizable to whatever you want to put in there. You can put peas, carrots, onions.
And heats up great.
Peanut M&Ms. Skittles are great. Okay. Come get it, babe.
I'm coming.
Okay, y'all. Thank you for watching. I will put the yum yum sauce recipe down below. I will put somewhat of a recipe for this down below because it's kind of just fly by the seat of your pants. And I'll post the Amazon link to all the stuff that I use. So thank you for watching. Y'all have a wonderful Tuesday night. And y'all continue to stay warm, continue to stay safe. We love you. And we will see you maybe Thursday or Friday night. We'll cook along again and maybe do a lemon basil seared chicken breast. It's awesome. So, all right.